I'm excited for this one. I mean, I'm sure anybody who's followed these guys' careers in 1v1 and also just their careers in Rocket League in general will be pretty excited for this one. Because the first time that these two played, as far as I'm aware, was Fusion Qualifiers, where Jack got the 1-game win over Jarius to the surprise of just about everybody who saw that result. And, you know, I thought it was just a one-off, especially when Jarius took the next 3 games against him in Fusion main event. That was before Jack turned it around and reverse swept him, so sorry to all of the Jarius fans, I have to mention it. Great save there by Jarius to kick things off. Little bit of a Khalid-style bounce dribble from Jack. Both players in the Octane. We've got the Pele car from Jarius. He's not gone for the wheels. I think we'll probably be seeing a lot of this. The Pele decal matched up with some variation of black wheels. I think that'll be a very popular combination. It looks so clean. I'm a big fan of this. But okay, my predictions for this match. Huskyman wanted a prediction here. I'm going to predict Jarius to win it. So Jack's got the first goal here. That makes my prediction all the more valid, I suppose. We do have... Or the labels switched the wrong way around. Let me just fix that real quick. Yeah, I do think Jarius is going to get his revenge on Jack today. I think he's likely to get it. We'll have to wait and see, because they've both been, you know, very, very close in all their other matchups that they've played. Or I guess both the other matchups that they've played have been extremely close. The 1 game in Fusion Qualifiers where Jack took the W, that was the close one, and then the reverse sweep. I mean, reverse sweep in best of 7 is obviously pretty close. So yeah, this could easily go to game 5, but I think it's time for Jarius to get his revenge. We've been seeing a few of their rank games. We've seen some Jack rank games, actually a lot of Jack rank games. We've seen a few Jarius rank games. Both of them have been looking very, very impressive. So I don't think that, you know, current form is going to be too much of an advantage for either player. Oh, that's a wicked volley. What a shot by Jack. Man, blasted that one. Sorry, Jarius, but we have to take another look at that. Yeah, he didn't expect that. He was not ready for that ball to come off the full volley. He's maybe expecting it to be a bounce shot from Jack. That's what we saw earlier. Yeah, the full volley shots can be hit just as hard as the ones on the bounce. You know, getting the height on the ball might be a bit more challenging, but in terms of moving the ball laterally, getting the power on it, yeah, for these days, these guys can generate just as much power with that method as they can on a bounce. It gets to the point where it's almost unsavable. There's another one from Jack, and oh boy, you can see the tension starting to build in Jarius' end of the field. He's thinking, I don't want to have to defend another one of these late volleys. I don't want to have to defend against another one of these late shots. I'm going to move in. I'm going to aggress right now. And it doesn't pay off. Jack read his mind. Or either read his mind or had a brilliant reaction to that, because he played that shot perfectly. As soon as Jarius moved in, the shot was already flying over him. And now Jack will slow play. Goes for the demo. Wow, Jarius gets away from him. And he finally gets a chance to attack. Not seeing too much of Jarius in this end of the field. That's good defense by Jack. Should be a 4th goal as well, because Jarius landed horribly on the crossbar. It is going to be a 4th goal. That's another little bit of a mind game between these two, because Jarius probably had it in him to slow down that air dribble, land a reset on the ball, maybe even 2 resets on the ball, based on what we've seen from him in the past. But instead he opted to accelerate the ball and go for a double touch. But Jack was on the back wall, so he was very ready to defend against a double touch. Obviously, Jarius didn't expect Jack to be up there. He thought Jack might go too low on it, or too slow to approach it. Yes, I'm aware. I saw the tweet about I don't remember who tweeted that Dignitas might be trying to acquire apparently Jack. I've got no idea about any transfer rumors, Dignitas or otherwise. I love to keep myself in the dark about things like this so that I can speculate. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't read the article. What were the reasons people are speculating Jack to Dignitas? I don't even know who he'd be replacing if he joined Dig. But yeah, he's definitely one of the one of the hot prospects in Europe at the moment. Jorius pulls this back to a 2-goal game. Plenty of time left for him to get in control as well. Violent Panda has tendinitis. Yeah, I was aware of that as well. I don't know if those two things are related, but it would make sense. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to just be patient and find out. Okay, so I really like that Jack didn't go for a 50-50 there. Would not have made sense with Jorius being so well positioned. But oh dear, how's he going to save this? He's not. Jorius with the mind game. And he had so many options here. The reset landed really early on the play. So there was no way that Jack was going to get a challenge on it. And yeah, the pre-jump, not cutting it. I think if you're leaving the pre-jump that late, not sure if it's worth it. Really not sure it's worth it. At that point, maybe Jack should just try and react to the shot if he's not already pre-jumped in the way of it. Hi, Panda. Yeah, who knows, says Panda. I bet not even Dignitas are aware. You know, sometimes I'm sure that there are these like articles popping up talking about transfer rumors, and then the teams and the players involved are like, what? Where does that even come from? Like, we don't even know about that. Wonder if that's ever happened, if a transfer rumor, or if, you know, what, seeing a transfer rumor is how a player discovered that they're going to be transferred. Must have happened at some point. There's been so many transfers in Rocket League. Good boost steal by Jack. Jorius has brought this back to a level score and had an extremely good try on the last attack. What's my creator code in the item shop? It's Johnny Boy. Just Johnny Boy with no underscore at the end, no second I, just Johnny Boy. That is my creator code. If you want to just copy paste it, yeah, there you go. There is the exclamation mark creator code command, so you can just copy paste it from there. Or see it in my Twitter bio if you're not sure. Oh! Okay, it's not just going to be Jorius with the resets today. Jack pulls one out of the bag. Yeah, Jorius didn't expect that either. Did he notice that Jack had a reset in that play? Because Jack just kind of snuck it in there while air rolling. I imagine Jorius knew about it. This is another tricky position for Jorius to be in. Brilliant 50-50 by Jack. Wow. How on earth did he control this? Jorius faked a ceiling challenge, came off the back wall instead, and after seeing how poorly that 50-50's gone for him, he probably wishes he committed to the ceiling challenge. So he would have had a bit more momentum on the top of the ball. Whoa, what was this? Did Jack just try and give Jorius back a goal, or did he try to fake him out there? Did he anticipate a fake kickoff for Jorius? I'm not sure what that was. That was it could have been an extremely meta game kickoff. You know, these guys know each other very well. So that may have just been one of those positions where something looks ridiculous and it looks like a really bad play or a stupid play, but in this particular matchup, it's actually good. We'll have to watch more and find out, really. But Jack 1-0. You know, this is just a friendly show match between two, you know, good friends, two players who know each other extremely well, especially in 1v1. But you can bet that there's a lot, you know, on the line, especially for Jorius. He'll really want to get the win here against Jack, because, yeah, getting reverse swept, I don't think he's ever going to live that down. Getting reverse swept in a best of 7. Of course, he did win the Salt Mine too, so that's something that he could be, I guess, happy about after the reverse sweep. He didn't beat Jack on his way to winning Salt Mine 2 though. Khaled was able to knock Jack out for it. Good vision there by Jack. Spotted Jorius playing for the boost in the corner. He is not wasting any time with his setups. I think too much so on this attack. But oh wow, Jorius just walks right into the path for the demo. And I don't think that was necessary. It seemed like it would be very possible for Jorius to grab the boost and just stay completely safe in that position. But he was a bit too careless. He might be careless here as well. Had to flip away from that one. Jack had the better position on the ball. The boost steals are coming in now. It's not really a steal if he's taking it from his own back corner, but Jorius in full control of the boost battle. Gorgeous flick, but it will be easily saved by Jack, who's positioned effectively for just about anything here. This will be a lot harder though. Jorius goes low. Jack reads him. And I gotta say, so far it looks like Jack is coming out on top. Oh, I was gonna say the mental game, but I'm mad. Excuse me, Jarius. How did he manage to accelerate the ball by this much? What? It doesn't even make sense on the replay. Suddenly the ball just teleported into the goal. There was like no delay at all between him landing on that ball and the ball flying into the goal. That's crazy. What a shot by Jarius. Yeah, I do still stand by what I was saying. I think Jack's coming out on top in the mental battle between these two. And once again, he reads Jarius perfectly and he outplays him. 2-1. But, you know, Jarius, he has got the mechanical edge when it comes to unstoppable shots. You know, Jack's got some really good flicks in his offensive arsenal. He's got some flip reset plays of his own. He's got some nasty dribbling and some really, really good ground shots. But Jarius, he can literally score from anywhere. He's just one of those players who can take the ball from any position on the field and put it in your net. So in that aspect, he, I think, will always have the advantage here. And that was a perfect 50-50 to make it 2-2. Just gotta wonder, how many different levels are these guys going through that we don't even know about? You know, whenever there's a matchup happening between two players who know each other as well as Jarius and Jack do, you know that there's probably mind games happening that we as viewers will never even understand because they're on such a deep level. You know, even things like 50-50s going to be a constant mind game. The kickoffs as well, constant mind game as it always is in 1v1. Oh, not the best landing there by Jack. He was impatient with the trigger finger on that one. I mean, when his car gets pushed that far back in the impact, yeah, it gets very difficult not to flip into it. But hey, when is Jarius going to stop going for these kickoffs? They're getting hard countered now. Jack is just getting a free possession play. I mean, both players get 100 boosts and Jack just gets possession. Oh my goodness, what a save. Jack just reads Jarius so well. And now Jarius is boost starved. He thought there was no way Jack would save this. But you better bet there is a way. Jack's only gone and done it. This is crazy. I mean, it was just the perfect read. It was the only position that he could get the save in. And he makes it happen. You know, one final thought on the fake kickoff that Jarius has gone for a few times. He's losing the possession on it, but he might take that as an acceptable loss at this point. Because, yeah, there have been quite a few kickoffs that are even worse than that, where he's losing a possession and he's in a really, really rough position. You know, defending with no boost. Whatever it is, Jack's the one who looks more comfortable. He continues to win out on these little 50-50s, these little races to the ball. He's inside Jarius' head right now. Oh, that's a miss on the kickoff though. Jarius saw it happening, just chips the ball on target. And that's just the classic accidental delayed dodge there by apparently Jack. It was really, really late. In fact, oh, has Jarius just countered it? Yeah, he has, or given it right back. Look at that, guys. The respect from Jarius. Initially, I thought, wow, Jarius just made the same mistake, but I think that second little bunny hop after the fact tells us that he's just being a good sport there. He knows that Jack must have had a bit of a controller malfunction. You know, with how good friends these guys are, I wouldn't be surprised if they're in comms right now. Jarius just heard Jack going, no, my controller, on that kickoff. And he says, it's all good, I'll give you it back, I'll give you it back. He doesn't want to beat Jack in an unfair position. He'd rather come back from the 2 goals down, fair and square. And there's one of them. We'll put that one down to karma now. Jarius has got to score from a losing position. Jack can snipe him here. Decides to go for the trip instead, and that's not the right option, it turns out, because Jarius has gotten away with him. Gotten away from him, I should say. A bit safer on the recovery that time by Jarius. He's still scrambling, but he will get there in time, and that's a really small margin for error. Oh wow, Jack, I'm not sure where you think the ball is going, but it's not there. It's in fact into your net. Was that an attempted interception by Jack? Yep, it was. Oh, he was trying to demo Jarius. He just completely misread Jarius. He was trying to demo him on the back wall as Jarius arced up onto it, but Jarius just took a totally different line than he was expecting, and it ended up looking pretty ridiculous. Jack just smashed his face off the back wall. Totally missed it. Double reset for Jarius. No dunk at the end of it. Jack is backwards, but he does have a ton of boost to work with, though he should be fine in the position. Jarius, once again, struggling with the boost management, maybe. You know, he barely on the last play had enough boost to recover after making the double reset play. Now he's totally out. And that looks like it might be one of the mechanical issues that Joreuz is facing, at least compared to what we're used to seeing from him. The boost management hasn't been as efficient. Oh, the double touch, triple attempted, now the dunk. Oh man, Joreuz is going to put it in. What a battle that was. First Joreuz was fighting with the crossbar, then the post, and then he had to win a 50-50 with Jack as well. Decided not to even dodge into this, just stayed flat behind it. You know, I'd go as far as say that this is really almost a must-win game for Joreuz, given Jack's insane record against Joreuz in the past. Joreuz, I believe, has gone on record saying that Jack is the player who reads him the best, and it's one of the players he's afraid of facing just because they do know each other so well. One of the things, in my opinion, that makes Joreuz so dangerous is that he's very hard to read, and he's usually got a very good read on his opponents, especially Khaled. But yeah, whereas Khaled usually reads every other player in the world, Joreuz is very tricky to keep up with. That's in. 30 seconds left. Jack runs out of boost. Joreuz will take the lead here. Wow, Jack was pretty close to landing a demo there. He was pretty close. Not close enough. Johnny Bar, aren't you saying his name wrong? Joreuz. I don't think so. That's how I've always said his name, and he has told us that he likes that sound, so we just keep going it. Pre-jump save by Jack. And that's the save that keeps him in the game. Joreuz playing for the immediate shot. Is that going to prove to be a mistake? Because Jack has saved it. Now here comes the counter attack. Joreuz could have played for time wasting, and he might wish that he did. This is getting awkward. Jack's got a really good chance on him in 0 seconds here. I don't think he's got it on target though. No, he doesn't. Rebound is going to be on. Joreuz with a pre-jump save. And look at these guys go. Reed's coming in all over the shop. It was Jack with a pre-jump save to keep the game alive, and then Joreuz with a pre-jump save to win it. This is absolutely insane between these two. What a battle. What a mental war we're seeing here. Still going. I want to give a quick thank you to Zerbly RL for the 10-month Prime. And also Ridiculous for the 5-month Prime. Outlaw Jaden James with the 6-month Prime. We got Sa17 for the 20-month Prime. Starlight Reverie with the 25-month Tier 1. Broby with the 19-month Tier 1. Dope Kaz with the 28-month Tier 1. The Mad Atter with the 6-month Prime. Double John with the 7-month Prime. Sue Fant with the 9-month Prime. Fine Wine and I Avenger with the brand new Primes. And Galaxy Guy with the 6-month Prime. Appreciate all of you guys. Welcome to the stream and welcome back to all of you. I know some of you have left messages alongside with those resubs. I will read them after this match is over, but for now let's just enjoy some more Jack versus Joreuz. We're going to be kicking off game 3 with an air dribble bump. Joreuz almost escaped this one. Just got tapped as he was about to make contact on the ball. Baseball Star 2341, thanks to the brand new Tier 1, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. Okay, let's talk win conditions briefly, because this has been a pretty crazy series already. They've got a max 3 games remaining, maybe 2 if somebody can double up wins at the end of it. But main thing for Joreuz, I think, is to really focus in on the boost management. There have been quite a few times in the past few games where he's ended up boost starved and just unable to recover fast enough either to make a save or to get away from Jack, who's trying to demo him from behind over and over again. You know, this is another one of those cases. Jack threatens the demo, chases Joreuz into the corner, and look at that recovery. I don't think Joreuz saw that coming. Wave dash on the back wall just to get down and into play a little bit quicker. Joreuz, given how many times Jack's chased him into the corner, must have been playing defensively there. He must have been ready for the demo to come in behind him, but that's not what Jack was playing. He was playing the ball. Great switch up by apparently Jack. He's totally read Joreuz's fake challenge in that play. Everything Joreuz is doing, getting countered so far. But certainly if Joreuz's main win condition is to try and play just a bit more efficient with the boost, then I think Jack's main winning play is just to keep winning the mental game. He's, I think, still had the edge. Although game 2 was very close. Jack still had the edge. Reading Joria's. I think that was less of a read and more just Jack throwing himself at a wall in plain sight. Yeah, Joria's just saw him there and he's just going to walk right by him. Was Jack trying to demo Joria's again there? It didn't look like they were anywhere near. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't put it past him. Oh, great shot. Joria's with the pinch. That is beautiful. Perfect timing by Joria's. It's the only way that he can score from this position. I'm pretty sure that a full volley or even a half volley would not get the job done. I mean, half volley, you're waiting a bit longer before you hit the ball. Full volley, it's much harder to generate that kind of power. It's beautiful. Perfectly timed shot by Joria's. Speaking of ground pinches, I decided to watch the Pulse Fire ground pinch video, or one of the ground pinch videos. I'm sure he's got lots of them. The other day. That's some awesome stuff. I want to just very quickly mention. If you're a fan of ground pinches, check out Pulse Fire's YouTube channel. He's got some awesome videos on that. And you know, I want to briefly talk about ground pinches as well, in the context of 1v1, because yeah, this is a okay goal by Joria's, I guess, but nothing we need to see again on replay. That's just same old for Joria's. We've seen that a million times. But okay, ground pinches, guys. Why are ground pinches so important, or why do I think they're so important? I think that they're huge because one of the things right now that's obviously becoming much more viable and a lot more scary in the world of 1v1 are flip reset plays. Now, flip reset play, you don't usually have a lot of momentum on your car or on the ball. And the reset followed by a flick is one of the only ways that you can accelerate the ball on target. You're not going to be able to just fly into it and get a massive amount of pace on it. But with I think the incoming improvement that we're going to see to ground pinches at a competitive level, there's going to be all kinds of dangers when we have air dribbles coming in. Oh, thanks, King Spectre. I'll go ahead and log off Steam. Really weird that happens. I don't know how that's possible. Sometimes. I didn't get to read what Sharif just said right there, but I'll check it out after. Just made sure to turn off my DMs right now before we leak something. Not that I know any information, or anybody's going to be likely to tell me any information that will be leakable. But yeah, guys, honestly, watch out for it. Whether it's the end of this year or the start of next one, we're going to see a ton of ground pinches in 1v1. I'm calling it. We're going to see that. Yeah, you don't really have to commit a lot with your positioning for those. You can fire a shot on target without really compromising your position, like you would with a mid-air flick or even a flip reset a lot of the time. And with the recoveries getting as good as they are right now, yeah, not going to be a problem for these guys to fire a pinch on net and aim them. You know, we're going to get to see some aimed pinches finally. Good goal by Jack. Joria's is having a hard time with Jack's air dribble bumps. Decided to stay low on this one because the last few times that he's flown high, Jack has managed to snipe him. I mean, as you can see, it's just no easier to get the save. I'd love to see Joria's just diving away to the side as soon as he sees that coming. Try and get Jack out of the line of the ball. Because when he just kind of sits there, it's much easier for Jack to snipe him. Even if Joria's is delaying his jump, I think he could maybe drive off to the side initially. Good read there by Joria's. Jack's got the boost to recover with, though. Something that I can't say about Joria's earlier in the series, but that boost steal by Joria's is huge. Has he got this on target? Pre-flip. Oh, he's taking it wide. And that was an open net. Now Jack comes in for the boost, and now he's stolen the possession as well. Oh, that's a huge play. Jack just nicked it, and he's going to score. Wow. Jack turns the tide. And just moments ago, we had an open net for Joria's. And out of nowhere, Jack steals a boost and then counter-attacks into an open net. He's going to get the next kickoff play as well. He might just go for a possession. Yeah, he's not going to go for a stealing play here. Just going to try and waste some time, first of all. Get it onto 0 seconds. And that's so smart. Look at Jack go. Oh, he's done well. Great ending to the game there. Just when you thought that Jarius had the advantage, just when you thought he was about to take the lead with a pre-flip shot, barely misses it, and then sends a shot straight into the corner for Jack to collect. Hey, Just Kitten Dog, thanks for the 4-month Prime. Really appreciate it, man. Darian200, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel, buddy. 403 Dan, thanks for the 7-month tier 1. N Bros, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Corax191, thanks to the 32-month tier 1, sorry. And Rip Red 6, thanks for the 5-month Prime. Tito Tonight, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Baseball Star 2341, thanks to the brand new tier 1. And I think Just Kitten Dog, thanks to the 4-month Prime. Did I say thank you to you? Wrong score. Did I get it wrong again? What's wrong with me, mate? I need to sort myself out. Oh, Jarius, what are you doing, buddy? Why would you type that? Oh, no. I don't think that was a good idea, everybody. Jarius just wrote one more air dribble bump and I'm losing it. I bet you the first shot Jack goes for is an air dribble bump. I bet you the first shot he goes for is an air dribble bump. Anyway, here comes Fennec Jarius. He's decided to bring out the company car. Yep. Oh, it's not an air dribble bump, but it's basically the same thing. It's not going to work, though. Oh, relating waves here as well. Yeah, you know what it's like to get air dribble bumped into another dimension by Jack. Close one, says Jarius. Oh, he's trying to tilt him. He's trying to tilt him. Jack should just become an air dribble bump main for this game. You should just do it. You should throw this game away. Just, or maybe not even throw it away. Just go completely all in on bumps and demos. Yep, he's just gone for a drive-by demo. It's 2-0. Jack could have gone for a 50-50 here, but he went for the demo instead. Look at this. He didn't notch into the ball at all. He just went for the demo. Oh, man. Has Jarius actually played him? Has Jarius played him? Because I said I think it's a mistake. Because in my mind, the only thing that Jack was going to do when he reads that is bump the living daylights out of Jarius, which has happened, in fairness. That has happened, so I was right to think that it would encourage Jack rather than discourage him. However, so far, evidence says that Jarius is actually doing quite well against this 100% bump meta Jack, so we'll have to wait and see. That's a very nice wave dash kickoff by Jack to get to that ball first. Jarius with a sick pre-jump. He's going to score this. Wow. That's a big read. That is a big time read. Jack, look how high Jack hit the ball. He went for just a straight up air dribble there. He saw Jarius pre-jump and thought, okay, I'm gonna hit the ball way higher than this guy expects. But little did he know, Jarius was all the way up near the ceiling already. Good game for Jarius so far, even though Jack has been trying to tilt him with his plays. So we got Jack trying to tilt Jarius with his plays. We got Jarius trying to tilt Jack with the quick chats. I guess we're going to find out what wins. The air double bumper or the quick chat. So far, Jarius is handling these very well. So maybe he's onto something here. Maybe he's baited Jack into a game that he's actually not going to win. I make that like 3 goals now that Jarius has scored from Jack trying to go for air double bumps. In fact, maybe even the pre-jump goal was an air dribble bump when it started, and it only adapted into a regular air dribble when he saw the pre-jump from Jarius. So this may have been 100% goals from potential air dribble bump plays from Jack. Make it 1 goal against, though. That didn't have a bump involved. It definitely does to the celebration, though. Jarius is taking all of his anger out onto Jack after the goal. And the most one-sided game happens, maybe because of a car change, maybe because Jack's forcing the issue a bit too much with the physicality. Jarius just missed an open net right there. Is he going to go for a demo? He thought about it. Okay, now we're getting a bit of a switch back to normality from Jack. That was just a shot. No bump attempted, no demo attempted, no slow air dribble attempted at all. Has Jarius missed another open net here? No, that one's on target. Okay, he's made it 6-1. And even though there's over 3 minutes left, this is a huge lead. That's hilarious. So I totally agree with Jack's strategy, even though it didn't work clearly. I think that was really smart, because if that had worked, can you imagine how tilted Jarius would be, not only for the rest of today, but well into the next series that these two play. In fact, probably every series that they play from here on out, Jarius would still be tilted. So I think that was a great investment by Jack. It was a good try. You know, he could have tilted Joreuz for the rest of eternity, but it didn't work. Or at least it hasn't worked up until now. It could still work, maybe. But he scored a goal there, and it wasn't with a bump. So still, he's still getting goals without bumping. Jack's really good at those. The fact that he can land so quickly and get the wave dash off is really impressive. Because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching have tried these wave dash landings after kickoffs, and you'll know that it's, well, if you've tried it, you'll know that it's very hard actually to consistently land as well as Jack is, while also hitting the ball reasonably well. It's very easy to bounce just a bit too high on the ball, but Jack is being very precise, staying just lower than the center of the ball's weight, the center of the ball's mass vertically, so that he can get down and into a recovery position as quickly as possible. So this is a best of 5 indeed. Still a 5-goal game here. Joreuz is starting to flex a little bit. Oh, a good save by Jack. He's not going to go for the boost in the corner. I like that because it was a wide open net, and he's put it in as well. That's a really good play because it's tempting to go for that boost in the corner. It's, you know, it's right there. It's so close. And even if you know you don't need it to put a shot in from that distance, it's still got some kind of gravitational pull dragging you towards it. Do I think chain wave dash will become meta anytime soon? I don't know. I don't know if it'll become meta. I guess when you say will it become meta, you mean will everybody be doing it all the time? No. But will it become meta to see one every game? Yeah. Depends what you mean by will it become meta. Oh, look at this. Speaking of meta, look at the kickoffs we're seeing here. Double fake kickoff in 1v1. I think Joreuz went for the fake and Jack read it. It's probably more accurate to what happened. Double touch from Jack. He's own gold. Can't be too sad about that one though. He did it, you know, he did it best that he could, I think. Joreuz's floor pinches have been really good today. So he still has time to come back here. Jack's had some pretty good kickoffs. He's been reading Joreuz very well. And he's just been winning a lot of the kickoffs that they've both gone for. Very surprised that Jack didn't go for a demo on that play. Oh, he's read Joreuz once again. Joreuz's recovery is impressive. Look at the team play. These guys should team up together. Almost sick, but it's not going to end up in the back of the net. Jack plays it off the inside of his own post. Joreuz will get away from him. I'm actually surprised that Joreuz didn't go for another ground pinch with the success that he's had today. I think at this point he's just trying to keep the ball moving, trying to deny Jack chances on net. Very good save, and a double save by Joreuz. Flying off the inside of the post as well. How many resets is he going to go for here? None. He's just going to fire on target. What a beauty it was, but Jack's kept it out somehow. Yeah, that'll be game. There's just no way. Joreuz's boost management is in too solid of a place at the moment. Yeah, he's just parked up alongside the ball, isn't he? These two, they did this the first time that they played in Fusion as well. Actually, it was the... It was, I think it was Fusion. Wasn't it Jack and Joreuz who just let the ball roll to the side after a kickoff? They both just drove beside it and it rolled up the wall, then they just started reversing alongside it as well. Type 1 in chat if it was Jack and Joreuz. I think it was, but I don't entirely remember. But yeah, it's not the first time I've seen that. Standard stuff, standard procedure. Yeah, they definitely backed up. Yeah, they went full bot, didn't they? They went all the way to the mid boost. Like, the ball was rolling slowly towards the mid boost after a kickoff, and they both just pulled up alongside it on either side and drove slowly beside it. And then when it reached the mid boost and rolled, like, just hardly, it rolled a tiny bit up the wall, they both just went backwards with it. It was amazing. If you guys haven't seen that, it's just another reason to go and watch the Fusion Best of 7 Jack vs Joreuz. Unreal series, one of the best I've ever casted in Rocket League, and great showing for both players, really. We saw some of the best from Joreuz and then some of the best from Jack. But, you know, overall, I think that they're both pretty close to their best again. Joreuz still maybe not as confident and efficient as he was, during Salt Mine 2 because he was on fire. He was destroying everybody in the main event and even beat Khaled in the final. So yeah, that takes something special to produce results like that, or results like those, I should say. Yeah, I've been very impressed with. I think I've been slightly more impressed with Jack today overall, because to get this good of a read on Joriaz is just something we don't see this from anybody else. He's been reading Joriaz extremely well, which I think does show you that maybe Joriaz has. I think Joriaz does have the slightly better reactive defense and also the slightly better mechanical ability. Oh, 1-1. Jack's wall shot bounces in off the bar. Joriaz got the demo on him, so no rebound was coming. But yeah, Joriaz is a little bit more creativity at his disposal. Maybe a bit faster in the reactions, and I think he's shown us a higher peak ability in the past, that's for sure. Jack is a very, very tricky player. You know, he bursts onto the one scene as just this mechanical monster, but he's showing us more recently that he's got a lot of levels to his game as well. He's really grown as a ones player recently, which we've been seeing him try out lots of different styles in the ranked games of his that we've spied on. And today, yeah, wow, he's been reading Joriaz so well. Insane. Joriaz still has the lead though, after a bizarre game 4, and he's gonna make it one better in game 5. Remember, Joriaz, arguably the one who wants this more. He wants his revenge on Jack for the last 2 times that he's lost to him in competition. Jack, the only player with a winning record against Joriaz in competition, I believe. There might be some players that are even against him. That was a double reset and a save on it. Jack even getting in the way of that one. But yeah, is Astral? I think Astral might be 50-50 with Joriaz in competition. So he beat him in the qualifier, then lost to him in the main event for Salt Mine 2. The only other player who's beaten Joriaz in competition, as far as I'm aware, is Jack. Jack and Khaled, but Joriaz has a winning record against Khaled as well. Yeah, Jack is the only player, as far as I'm aware, who has a winning record in competitive against Joriaz. Right, it's a bit of rock, paper, scissors at the top. Khaled beats Jack, Joriaz beats Khaled, Jack beats Joriaz, as it often is in Rocket League. Will Jack beat Joriaz again today? Well, he will if he keeps slotting in challenges like this. Well, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Joriaz is motionless after the ball goes in. Now, that's not normal. You know, usually when a goal like that will go in and Joriaz is feeling good, he's going to half flip out of the goal explosion. He's going to, you know, start chaining wave dashes together on a wall somewhere. That was just stationary. That was, you know, either letting go of the controller and, you know, drying the sweat from his hands off onto his trousers, or shaking off his fingers because they're just not doing what he wants them to be doing. You know, whatever it was, it's something. Yeah, Joriaz just isn't feeling great. You know, that's always a tell, in my opinion, when a player just is motionless after they get scored on. You know that they've dropped the controller and they're trying to fix something. So Jack has to run a play. He's on a bit of a streak at the moment. That's a really bad first touch, though. Joriaz with the immediate punish. And oh, Jack, what have you done? He's trying to keep the pressure up. He's trying to get a hard hit on the ball so he can get the attack going quickly, but he just gave it away a bit too much there. Or maybe he's eating a chocolate. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. I've seen that far too many times. Oh, is that an own goal on the rebound? Now Jack's motionless. Yeah, he's tilted after that one. Joriaz with the reset. An unreal placement. I think it came off Jack's car. Would it have mattered? I'm not sure. Joriaz was in the area and he may have been able to recover and score anyway. But for now, we'll call that an own goal or a deflection off Jack into his own net, and all his hard work earlier has been undone. It's a decent demo there. He would have rathered to trip Joriaz up in such a way that he could have just grabbed the boost for himself. But he'll take this outcome as well. Now here comes another demo, and he's landed it. Jack makes it 4. And what an ending this is going to be. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you knew it was coming. You knew something was about to happen. Joriaz fully tilted. He's still got the lead, though. He's just got to calm down. He's got the lead. I think Jack's inside his head though. It's plain to see. Oh, he's missed the boost. Luckily, Jory's missed, but he's not going to miss the rebound. Jack's just totally thrown that one away. Oh, he had it all. He had everything going his way, but he drove around the boost. Oh, he's gonna try and tilt it. He says, "Just don't get bumped?" Question mark. Oh, Jarius, what's he done? He's just jumping on the spot. What is going on? Oh, this game is bizarre. Is Jarius saying, "Come at me, go on, bump me, buddy"? Is he actually? Oh, he is. He's actually just sitting in net to get bumped. Oh, he's done it. The save comes in. No problem. Oh, Jarius, what a player. I can't believe we just saw that. I don't know if he was. Somebody, yeah, you think he's typing? I don't know if he was. That looked like he had time to finish off typing OK forehead and then get back to the kickoff, no problem. And then, yeah, he did just sit in goal. He might just keep doing this. Yeah, here we go again. You know it's coming. And you know it's going to land eventually. There it is. 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Jack lands another one. Oh, this is hilarious. If Jarius loses to a chain of air dribble bumps... Dude, in all caps. Oh, I love Jack. This is so smart. He's trying to tilt Jarius into another game right now. Jarius is going to be maining Fortnite after this. Air roll shot from Jarius. No dodge on it, though, so it's not going to be too fast. You already know what Jack's going to do. Here he comes, straight down the middle. Oh, he's got him again. No way. Oh, Jarius is so tilted. This is hilarious. You just know he's doing it. He just starts dribbling straight down the middle with the ball in his head. You know what's coming. Oh, it's the old faithful. The ball carried directly at the goal. It used to be trash meta. Now it's in the meta for a reason. That's a good save though by Jarius. No way. Can Jack score in reverse? He's off the post. He's going to bump Jarius multiple times. Oh, this is just the worst possible ending to a game for Jarius. He's trying to hang in there, but he's probably going to have to defend another air dribble bump here. He's trying to close the gap already, but yeah, he has to defend another one. Is he going to get it? Nope. Jack 7-6. I cannot believe it. This is so scripted. Oh, Jarius, what have you done? I can't agree with the fake kickoff. When you know your opponent's going to air dribble bump you, that can't be a good idea. It just can't be. Now, is he going to get kickoff gold? That might be the... Oh, man, it's just in. It's just in. Jarius is so tilted. His kickoff mechanics have gone out the window. Wow, he's not even close to that one. Not even close. I do not believe what we've just seen. I thought there was no way that that Jarius could leave the series more tilted than when Jack reverse swept him, but I think Jack may have just tilted Jarius even more. And he's still undefeated against Jarius in competitive. I'm calling this competitive. GG says Jarius. These guys are so great friends. He doesn't like him anymore. Oh, Jarius, what have you done? I really feel like he brought this upon himself. He revealed to Jack how tilted he was, and Jack was just like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I should air dribble bump him every single time. Jack. Oh, that's just too good. What a win by Jack. What a series. That one really did. That one really did do it a bit differently than he usually does. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Jack takes the W. 3-2. Still seems to just... He's definitely got a way to get inside Jarius' head. I don't think anybody's going to debate that after seeing this one. He says, don't hate on me too much, OTP. Oh, that's so funny. Man, it's actually genius though. It's so genius. I mean... If you're playing once and you know that something you're doing is tilting your opponent, of course you're going to do it again and again. Of course. It's a no-brainer. But, oh, man, I don't think I was I knew he was going to up the quantity of air dribble bumps. I didn't think it was going to be to that degree. That was something else. That was something else. There you have it. Who said air dribble bumps weren't entertaining? Be sure to show if I think I'll have this video up on YouTube tomorrow. This series will be up on YouTube tomorrow, so be sure You've probably all got a friend who's really tilted by air double bumps and their existence in the metagame. Be sure to show them this. This is actually going to... It'll either get a good laugh out of them or drive them even more crazy. I think either way is a win. So be sure. We've all got that friend. I implore you to show them that game. That game 5. Maybe game 3, 4, 5. That would tell the story.